Imagine getting lost hundreds of feet below the ground and being surrounded by millions of dead bodies. No, I'm not being dramatic. I'm talking about the Paris Catacombs. The Paris Catacombs actually came about after a bunch of sinkholes were popping up all over Paris. There was also a big burial problem there where they didn't have any place to store their dead bodies, so they just started putting them all underground. I also covered this in episode 100 of my podcast, so if you have a dark curiosity, go check it out. During this time in Paris, there was a really popular cemetery known as the Holy Innocents Cemetery. There was a lot of overcrowding there going on, and it was very unsanitary. King Louis XVI knew that he had to find a solution, and thus the Paris Catacombs were born. So, bodies that had been buried for hundreds and hundreds of years in the Holy Innocents Cemetery were being exhumed. They were piled by the hundreds into carts, and they were taken during the cover of the night so as not to disturb Parisian residents. They were also accompanied by a Catholic priest who was known to chant Catholic prayers for good luck. And what I find really interesting about this place is regardless of your status, everyone was buried together. It was a place for equality for the dead. And before that, you were buried according to your class. But here it doesn't matter if you're a royal or a pauper, everybody's buried together. And part of why the catacombs are so famous is because all of the bones are placed in this architectural way. They're designed to build these arches, these crazy columns. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's super macabre. So this place naturally became a big tourist attraction in the 17 and 1800s. And more recently, Airbnb even offered a Halloween special for people to be able to stay here overnight. But these tunnels are very vast and they are hundreds of feet below the ground. It's also very dark. It's estimated that these tunnels are 200 miles or 320 kilometers. And similar to the ocean, basically 90% of the catacombs are now closed off to the public. So this has naturally led to endless conspiracy theories as to what could be hiding down there. There are countless stories of people going missing, allegedly, in these tunnels, people falling and breaking bones, being buried alive. There's rumors that satanic cults operate down here. There's also allegations of there being hidden tunnels that lead to secret rooms where alchemists can perform rituals to discover mystical secrets. There are even people who say there is a door in the catacombs that leads to hell or to another dimension. Since 1955, it has been illegal to enter the catacombs without permission, but this has not stopped self-proclaimed cataphiles. These are tunnel explorers that squeeze through the tiniest little cracks you've ever seen and go through illegal parts of the tunnels, and they've been known